Each one has a lot of activities. That's the whole point. So let us start with understanding what is self worth. Okay. It has to be a lot of discussion oriented, just like how we did with money. And everything is interrelated. It's not that, okay, we are done with money now, we are moving on to self worth. No. The more value you have, the more money you'll get it. Okay? Or the more happiness you'll get it. Everything, all of these things which we are, relationships also, which we talked about the first day. And it's about the overall things as we understand who we are, what is happening with us will change. That's the whole idea. So you're still going to do the graph, but this time maybe refrain yourself from money. Maybe just do the happiness graph and self worth graph. But self worth graph, it cannot be a graph. I'll tell you why. Okay? Now let's talk about who wants to go first and talk about what is self worth. Again, not theoretically. What is it for you? Just
Well,
go with
it's
that.
about me only. I'll say Navina here, Isha.
Aha, go ahead.
So for me, self-worth means when I say that I deserve, like my sentence goes that I deserve this. This is who I am. Like this is what I deserve, whether it's money, happiness, or any other thing. It's not like the whole idea is that I deserve this. This is what I want and I deserve it. It's not like I feel guilty about it, but I feel I have to get it, sort of a thing. That is what is self-worth for me.
Okay. Anyone else want to talk about what do they believe about their self worth?
How much we value ourselves, whether, like as Navina said, the extension of that, whether I deserve it, or coming from the space of lack, or probably we discount ourselves for what we actually we worth. So that's why it comes to my mind.
Okay.
Uh,
So let me tell what I believe is self worth.
Isha, one
Yes, Navina?
example I want to just give so that it becomes like it just struck to me. So it's like, suppose if people are ill-treating me and I feel bad about it, oh how, why are people and I be a victim. It's a proof that I don't have my self-worth. But if I have a strong boundary, if I can tell to people, hey, you can't talk to me like this, you can't treat me like this. I deserve to be treated with respect. If I can speak this language, then it's like I have good self worth.
Okay. Yeah, it's a combination of all. Self worth is mostly very intrinsic, which is existing in you. Okay? But it might not have expressed itself because of various things you've undergone in your life. Okay? Self worth is something like no matter what, you will hold your head high and walk. Let's say that's one of the example. Or there are certain few work you don't want to do. Correct? So you'll feel that that is not my self worth. So I can't do that. So self worth is all about it's a belief about our own self, and we cannot go below that. If anybody is pushing you below that, it'll hurt you. It just makes you feel that's not fine. That's how the wounds will form. Yeah? If that is so, what is self-esteem? Anybody? Self-esteem, it's not internal, it is external. So it is based on the judgments which others make on us. We want to make sure that we are in the good books of others. We want to make sure that we look good. We want to make sure that they accept us. We want to make sure that they appreciate us. We want to do well in the eyes of others. And that is where our self esteem stays.
Isha, but what you mentioned, this is people pleaser, right? Is it self-esteem or this is like we become then people pleasers, right? If we
Self
want.
esteem is mostly driven because of how others are perceiving us. But underlying that is self worth.
Okay.
Even if people don't love you, please you, you may feel that I am right, this is what I am.
Right.
So um, it's like you live totally live by that line मैं अपनी favorite हूँ चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए however people see me.
That is self worth. See, it's like this. Sometimes you don't stoop to any level to get something.
Hmm.
That is self worth. Self worth is, as I said, it's a being. That's what you are. Self esteem is more of your adjustment towards your environment, world. Okay? Uh, so let's say self esteem. I have a lot of confidence to work, do well in my office. Is self esteem. Whether I do well or not, I know I'm good. Is self worth. You got the difference, right? Yes, Nishad?
So can I say self-worth is the value which you give yourself internally, and self-esteem is the value which you kind of portray to the outside world?
Yes, it is exactly that.
Because there's a mirror in between. Although if they're realistic or if they're true to themselves, they are just mirror images to the inner and the outside world. And if they're true, they will be in equal measure. But if they're unrealistic, then they are in different measures.
Yeah. Yeah. So self worth is like a foundation. And it usually started off with your primary relationship with parents and caregivers and during your childhood. Because at that time you didn't know about self esteem, first of all. And slowly self esteem got built over the self worth.
So can we say that it's like a plant, the roots grow first, so that's the inner foundation, and how much the roots have held or grown or developed within is the how the plant comes out and grows, kind of.
Yes, yeah. So the more self worth you have, the more stable you are in your life.
So the deeper the roots, the better
Yeah,
you flower and
yes.
grow.
And the more problem comes to you, you will come out of it. You will struggle, but you will come out of it. But if you have self esteem issues, that means self worth is low, first of all, and you're constantly seeking this thing to fill up, void to fill up from the external world. So if somebody tells you that you're not good, you're stupid, you're selfish, whatever, and you'll think that is true. And you'll try doing a lot of things constantly, you'll wait for the external world validation. That is when you don't get money, then you'll think that, I think something is very wrong is happening in me. But if the self worth is so strong, it's okay. Let's accept this is my life. So far, I've lived. I will live for some more years, and it is fine.
But if the self-worth is strong, I think it will show its offshoots in the self-esteem space, even
It
for
will, it
momentary.
will, it will. Self-worth, if a parent has repeatedly put the child down, there is no self-worth. Then extremes, low self-esteem. They don't have any boundaries at all. And how it's seen in the work front. No one will hire them. They emanate that. And everybody will be ruling over them because they don't have any boundary. They can't even say no to people. Why? They're scared of losing them. All of this will come. So let's think like this. Self worth is I am valuable. I have this value. They immediately don't think that my ability, my work, my this, my this. No. You feel good about yourself as a personality is I have value. And self esteem is I am good at doing that thing. I am good at doing this thing. I am confident.
So we don't seek for approval or validations from others, basically,
With self worth,
with
Hmm.
self-worth.
with self esteem, you are constantly.
Huh.
Others' validation is your measuring equipment for self esteem.
Yeah, so low self-esteem.
Yeah. If they don't appreciate, then you will go down. You don't
Hmm.
want to look at the whole world for 2 days. You got it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So,
if I have to just understand this,
tell me.
in the external world, it's easy because there is some measure, be it money, be it whatever, there's a measure. But when it comes to self-worth, since it's so internal and not really quantifiable, or there's no unit of measure,
Absolutely.
so it becomes doubly difficult for us to, oh, am I valuable? So that's where the confusion starts somewhere.
So that is where we have to understand there are certain few things which I cannot stoop down to. I cannot accept if people cannot respect me. I can't accept that. And I'm a good person. These are all self worth. And that whether people show it to you or not, it remains. And those people who don't show that to you, you will go away from them because it's cannot be compromisable.
Yeah, but that's tough when you are in a relationship. It's not so easy.
Yeah, that is
Uh-huh.
true. The day you realize that, that day you will take hard decisions.
Got it.
Okay. So let's see if they have low self esteem. What possibly, it may not be the full list or really so. What are the possible way people behave here? You can all add to this, as I'm saying. One is it's very difficult for them to accept compliments. If somebody compliments, what do they say? It's nothing to expect. Oh, it's an old dress. That's the first response. Or I don't know how to show up my face. I don't know if someone is complimenting me. I rather hide myself and hear it from someone else. What do I do? If I'm showing up on a stage and everybody's clapping me, what do I do? What do I do with my hands? So these are all low self worth people. Okay? And there are strong self criticism. Um, they keep comparing with someone else. Then you'll know actually what is your self worth. Okay? In the sense, what I'm trying. If you're comparing yourself with Elon Musk, then you're there. If you're comparing yourself to somebody who is non-existent or only you know, your self-worth is so low. It's like basically you're trying to become better than them. If anybody asks me, I'll say that Elon Musk, oh that guy, oh yeah, I can never be that. You know that I am not that. Or rather, I don't like many things about that man. I will feel that I can never do that. So you know where you are. It is neither better, high, low, or it's not. It is just that my self worth are different. And I can't do that being this. Okay? Or sometimes people feel that I'm a useless. Nothing happens to me. I can't be bold. Okay? So it is exactly you should not concentrate on bold or they are useless. It is that they are looking at only their negative aspect. That means they don't have self worth. It is nothing about they are useless or they're good. They are focusing only on negative points of them and they think low about themselves. That's all it is. Because every person who's born has some ability, they are not used properly, maybe. Okay? Because of their situations. Now, what happens? They also try to please people so that they are accepted and belonged. They will have fear of abandonment and rejection because that's how actually low worth happened. Okay? They don't want to take up challenges. Why? Because then their shortcomings will be shown to the whole world. First of all, they're thinking very less of value, right? They don't want the world to know. So why should I take the challenge? I'll just watch. Okay, it's like that. So what happens? They will start avoiding all the opportunities in life. They stick to comfort zones and they will keep on procrastinate out of fear of judgment. And it's not necessary that one person will always do. In some situations, they will do it where they think that they do not have enough strength. They will do that. In other things, maybe they're full on. So, self worth, if anyone is asking, you should say in which area, please, can you tell me? Then I'll tell you my self worth. It should be like that. Right? Am I right? It should be. Okay. They will have difficulty making decisions because they don't know what is right for them. Okay. Now, when it comes to, so they will downplay their achievements. Correct? They will never push themselves to do something greater, bigger. So, naturally, their achievements also will be lesser because they think that they don't, they're not able to do it, basically. Okay? Whereas when it comes to self esteem, self doubt, big time. Okay? And they also, many challenges and opportunities they will leave. They're highly sensitive to criticisms, etc. They don't want to take that. And they want to make sure that not one single mistake happens in their life. They're over acting too much to make sure that no mistakes happen. And everything they take it personally. You casually talk and they think that you are referring them. It's like that. And they keep comparing themselves to others and they want to grow. They keep on seeking assurance from others as validation. Um, And the usual thing is they have very low confidence in themselves, low self-esteem. Okay? Many times this shows up in the body image. They want to look exactly like this because they are trying to cover up their shortcomings and issues using the body. So for them, if the body is something bad, what they think is bad, and then they won't take part in anything, let's say. They will hide themselves. It's like that. So they don't see value in themselves. Okay? Whereas when it comes to people with so low self-worth, they're being told that they're not good. That is why they are like, believe that they're not good. But they're actually good. And they're not seeing that. So it becomes little difficult for them to make themselves valuable because they believe, naturally, they believe that they're not good. Okay, so everybody understood now the difference between self-worth and self-esteem. Now, let us do one activity and we leave it. We will do the next week, okay? Now, this activity is so there are two types of activities which I have decided to do. One is to understand, I told you, different areas have different feel of self-worth, right? So, what do I feel uh, about my self-worth like that? Okay. The second set of activities are to see how I can come out of it, which definitely we'll do it next week. Okay. So, all of you have to write for this at least one or two sentences you should write. So it is like this. You're you're trying to, let's say Navina is trying to tell Nishant. Okay. The moment I say that, Nishant goes, okay. So Navina is going to tell Geeta. Okay. It is like if you really knew me, you don't know
And
me
he's
who
back
is
and he's laughing.
like
Yes, to Navina and Nishant, he's back. You're on mute, Nishant.
and you're
My
he's
daughter
going,
just rang the bell, so I had to open the door. That's why.
yeah. Anyway, instead of you, Geeta has taken the place now.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay, so it is basically, it's just an example I gave. You need to write because if you're trying to tell Gita, then it makes sense. That's why I'm trying to say you have to imagine somebody you're telling. If you really knew me, okay, you would know about, and then you should write what kind of self worth you have. You understood, right, all of you? Let's say Navina is writing to Gita, and then she writes, if you really knew me, you would know me that I expect respect. Okay? And I expect I am a lovable person. I love to spend time with friends. So genuinely what do you feel as a personality without any gain? What you would like to tell Geeta? Okay? So whoever it is you think that you choose one of the name here because when we're trying to write, tell somebody only will get it. And if I ask, okay, please tell whoever you are trying to tell, you should be able to read it. That is why please choose somebody and please write.
So I'm telling to Geeta, right?
You write it. Don't tell now. You write
Yeah,
it.
I mean, right, right. If I have
You
to
choose who. If you want to tell Geeta, you can tell Geeta. Please choose. And if there are people who is purely in your own language, Hindi or Kannada or whatever, you please write in that language only. The idea is this. If you knew me, if you were to know me very well, then you would know me as like this, like that. This is my personality. Okay, so just write two, three at least, or something you write. There must be something good in all of you, right? So write it. Yes, Nishant?
So you're saying you want to tell something true about yourself which the world doesn't know, and you want the world to know.
Yeah, basically, you want to tell what is your self worth to somebody here. They don't know you, Nishant, at all. So it should be easier for you to tell your self worth.
Okay.
But try to be truth, like try to be really what you are, you can tell.
Right. Got it.
Okay?
Mm-hmm. And this is just like unlike the graphs we are doing, this will be just like list of two or three things that you need to
Yeah,
write.
you can even write that, I feel so shameful. I feel like hiding. These are something which are very deep inside, which we are not willing to actually see. That is where the self respect is self worth is going down.
Okay.
I'm
And
not telling you to
there'll be
write
hundreds of
negative things.
there'll be hundreds of things. Then what do we like pick out?
Whichever is very prominent for you, you can write that.
Okay.
Isha, we write only positive things about us, right?
Anything you write. It is choose one
Okay.
person here you would like to say it, you say it. But try to focus on self worth.
Everybody will like to you only.
Or you will just think that low self worth, if it is there, then shame, I don't have confidence, all of that will come out. See, that is only to know ourselves better. And you will also realize that maybe once upon a time you had all of that. But deep down, you still believe that you are that. And it is a homework also. I'm going to give you homework.
So you have to write these two, three things every day.
No, no, just now you write it.
Oh, okay. Or 3 into 7 will be 21. Wow. Okay.
Just now, it's just an activity which we are going to do.
Ma'am, this is Shweta.
Shweta,
So if I have to just give an example like what I have written. So yeah, so for you only, Isha ma'am, if you knew me, you would see me, or I would say rather tell me as a person who is humble, compassionate, soft spoken, uh, beautiful and charming, lovable person. So will that say it all, or like I can still go on, or should I stop there? Or I mean, I am not getting it. Like,
it can go on and on, Shweta, but it's such a
okay,
beautiful thing. The
okay,
immediate thing I felt nice. Oh my God, will I know all of that? It's such a beautiful thing.
okay,
And would I have written all of that? I'm thinking.
yes,
Which of those do I have? I'm thinking.
okay,
So this is a very beautiful exercise, even to read out, you know,
yeah. It's
and
like,
it's very, very fulfilling.
mirroring yourself, like, just
Absolutely.
going inside you and just,
Absolutely. And you will feel nice that you wrote it.
yeah. But these are all true things. Like this is not something which we doubt about. Like,
Exactly.
right,
That is why
right?
it is called self-worth.
Yeah. So this is what I can give 1,000% to anybody uh, whom I
Wonderful.
meet. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want, you can continue writing or you can stop it because you already summarized it and it already feels very good.
Okay. But now coming to the self-esteem part,
Huh.
if
Don't
I
write about self-esteem, okay? We are not
no.
getting there.
Okay.
We are
Okay.
only talking about self-worth. Because
Okay.
self-esteem can grow over it. Once
Okay.
you realize how worthwhile you are,
Okay.
self-esteem will just adjust itself.
So that's what it's a bit confusing for me there to understand, like, differentiate
Ah,
between self-esteem. See, I am confident, but something is stopping me to write there. Okay, now when I'm writing it, so does that mean I don't have that self-esteem?
it's basically, let's say, Shweta, I don't know who you are or what you do.
No, I have spoken to you
No,
before,
hold
like,
on.
okay.
So
Mm,
if
mm,
you are put into a career which is totally not yours,
okay.
then you don't have any confidence there.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't say that I don't have self-worth.
Mm.
Got it?
So that's why I'm not
So
able to put that here.
that's why don't put it here.
Yeah, and I'm not able to also,
Yes.
like truly,
So
yeah.
when you say I don't have confidence, but the way I've written about self-worth, it's so contradicting. Then
Mm,
100% I'll say that
mm,
where you don't have confidence, there it's either
mm,
not aligning with who you are or with
mm,
self-worth. Or you have a person who has some other problem and they're
mm,
constantly judging you and
mm,
trying to align you with that system which you're not okay with.
mm,
Then it becomes confidence issue.
mm.
It's okay. You're trying to make money, that's all. Okay, so people write, people wrote, or still confused. Navina, you
Yeah.
can read it.
Yes. So if you know me, Geeta, you would know that I am very beautiful. I value being respected. I love myself. I am a wonderful speaker. I am gentle, loving, caring, and compassionate.
We trust you are that, Navina. We know you.
Thank you.
How did Geeta feel? Now Geeta's gone somewhere. No, Geeta is there. How do you feel, Geeta?
उसने जो बोला था वो अच्छा लगा.
See? Suddenly it feels as if they are telling about us. It is not about Navina, it is about us. That's how we feel. Wonderful. Pushpa, you want to say something more, Navina? Okay.
No, I'm done. There's lots I can say, but as of now, I'm content with saying this.
Pushpa. Pushpa has raised a hand, but she's not talking.
Yeah.
Ah,
Uh, I just wrote it to Nishant. If you really knew me, you would know that I am loyal, honest, humble, compassionate, loves traveling, reading, loves cooking, loves taking risky rides, challenging myself. That's it.
okay. So you should always understand one thing. Beautiful Pushpa. When we are writing about our values, if they're positive, it flows easily. If it is a story made up, then it doesn't flow easily. You understand, right? I realized it one day, okay? And I could see myself, my behavior. Now this I will pause it. So, and if anybody else want to actually share, you can. Otherwise, next week we are going to do a lot more exercises. And when we're doing this exercise, next week it's going to be like talking with each other, literally, so that you know how you feel in your body and mind.
Okay,
Okay?
I have one last question.
Shweta.
Yeah. Like earlier when we were speaking about, like 0 to 9 years, if you had anybody who would you go on and ask for help?
Huh.
Now, coming back to in the adulthood. if somebody in the family is kind of a parasite and always dependent on others, asking for help always, does that mean that that person had a go to or reliable person in those years of his childhood for help?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Because then they would have been a strong personality on their own, and they would
Mm.
be really doing things on their own. They don't need anybody to latch on to. It's more of a they have low self-esteem or they are living on others' energy.
So
It's
if
like
some
either pleasing mentality or needing for a approval.
so if somebody is dependent, I mean not self-sufficient and asking for help
See, I am
always,
not talking
parasite.
about elderly old people. Let's keep them away. Okay.
Okay.
It's different. Situation is different.
No. Yeah.
But if someone is latching upon to someone else, let's say,
Mm,
just taking an example, someone is latching on to you.
mm,
Either you have made yourself really bigger,
mm,
important,
mm,
now they are latching on to you, or they feel low or low self esteem, so they needed someone else to validate, and it happens to be you.
okay.
If
Okay.
they were, if they had somebody, if they had a time where they could reach out to somebody and they resolved things with themselves, and then nothing would have got created for them. That
Mm-hmm.
need for validation, things wouldn't have been there.
Mm.
It's
Okay,
more
so it is
the
not vice versa.
insecurities. When someone is latching onto you, it's insecurities.
Latching on to you, as in, like, say, in every way, like as you had said earlier, like energy flows from the, the bigger to the smaller, like the whoever is the wealthier to the, poor. So in that way, if somebody is dependent on the bigger, does that mean he's like, if he's always dependent, if I have to be like more precise, if
See,
he
if
has.
one person has become an adult, they should be on their own.
Mm,
They are already become bigger.
correct.
So there is a problem.
Mm,
Either the parents, his or her parents, have put him down saying that you are worthless, whatever. Yeah, I
mm-hmm.
am worthless, now take care of me. Now,
Okay.
this take care of me request can go to anybody, wife,
Oh.
sister, friend, anybody.
Mm, I get it. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, next week we are going to see, and it's a self worth is a difficult subject. First
Yeah.
of all, most of us have misunderstood it. And we have built over it, over the misunderstanding. And mostly we all have self worth, but we are not encashing on it. That is a problem. Okay? So that's what we are trying to discover. So concentrate only on happiness in your graph. Also, just see how it is relating to your self worth. That is a homework. It's like, oh, when I'm very happy, what is that value of me which is coming out? That's why I'm feeling very happy. Okay? So you can have a happiness graph with self-worth graph. That's where I what I meant. But it's not self-worth cannot be a graph, like growing and coming down. It's not like that. It's what you believe basically. So every time when you're plotting the happiness, what is that your characteristics there you found? Your happiness would have aligned with that. That's why it would have increased. It would have been there. If the happiness has gone down, where your self respect is compromised, not self respect, self worth. That is why you're feeling unhappy. So that is the awareness you should get. It's not to plot. That's the awareness to get. and just corner of your eye will be observing the money. So it is like if Nishant feels his attention goes to self-worth, then he will, with that energy of the self-worth, he will go there. Please give me my money. That's it, over. Yeah?
So I'm just trying to clear my understanding is no matter whatever the moment of happiness there is, so the depth or the how closely you connect or see that aspect of your self-worth is what, how do I explain
Makes
this?
you happy. Correct, you are right. The more it is aligned with your self-worth, you feel extremely happy.
And the
You be
depth of
you,
happiness will be very, it will be quite deep.
authentic. Yeah, I
Okay.
agree.
Okay, got it.
So when the happiness dips, you have to see that where it is diverged from your
Self-worth.
whatever happened. Yeah.
So it's basically a connection of your connection with the self-worth. The higher the connection, the happier you are. The lower the connection, the
Yeah, yeah,
lower your
yes,
happiness is.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. So shall we all try this week? Don't lose track of the money still.
No, I'll
Money
keep the
machine is
reminders
there.
on. I'll keep the reminder on. Don't worry. I'm
Let's
not
do
letting it go anywhere
that.
for me
Okay.
and for others.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much. Let's see.
I
Okay.
think Naveen and Ashwini had some questions earlier, so I don't know. They had raised their hands. I don't know. Those
No, no,
were.
it
Yeah,
was
I'm
just I
little
wanted to
bit
share.
confused with the
Uh,
ego, self-esteem, and the self-worth. Is these words are related to the
Ego is identity. That's all. Ego is it's a perception of myself actually. It is not self-worth. Okay, it's not even self-esteem. Ego is more of this is what I am. But that is not exactly what I am. Ego is more of noise, loud. Self-worth is noiseless and so internal. Ego is what everybody sees, self-worth is what no one sees. My meaning, it's inside us. Ego is not bad at all, provided it is maintained at a required level.
So can we say that ego is the true uh, picturization of yourself, or no?
Say it again.
Can we say that ego is the true understanding or picturization of yourself? No, no,
Cannot be true.
no, no,
Ego
no.
cannot be true picturization at all. Ego is
No.
what you believe you are. Ego can change. Today, it can be one thing. Tomorrow, it can be another thing.
Okay, so can we say that it is the current belief of yourself about
Huh.
yourself, about yourself?
It's, I believe that, let me say right now, I believe I'm a therapist. Okay, that's fine. I am the greatest therapist. Is the ego part of it?
Okay.
It's a overconfident or it's feeling what I am little more. Okay, got it?
Okay, so basically there's a fact, and how much you inflate the fact is the ego.
Yes. Yes, that is true.
Okay,
Sometimes it is required, sometimes you can't. You should not.
okay.
But that also gives me identity.
Fair, fair. In the outside world, maybe sometimes you have to kind of, it's not the best, but you do it, like, for whatever reason.
And right now, that is my identity. I will use this for many things, right?
Okay.
So we need that identity. And that can change, that can keep on changing. That is ego.
Okay. Yeah, how much you blow the balloon is up to you.
Yeah, that's up to you. What you
Thank you,
do
ma'am.
is
Thank you. I got so many answer for my churning
And
today.
ma'am, ego is like negative also, right, ma'am? Like suppose
ego
self-worth
can
is
be negative.
even
See,
if I make
ego
mistakes,
is based. Huh, tell me, say it.
so self-worth is even if I make mistakes, I'm worthy. And ego is like if I make mistakes, I'm a bad person or something like that. Bad identity.
I see, as I said, that there is no good or bad when it comes to identity. It's just the intensity at which you are expecting it to show up. So it's used in different ways. Language also uses it in different ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, so what happens is, if you start looking at classical psychology, the identity is truly who you are. Superego is what you want to become.
Mm-hmm.
The bridge between the two is ego.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Can you please repeat that?
So, this is again, it's a Freud model. So you just need to please understand that that model itself may not be right, but it's one way of looking at it. Uh, is it's like your very basic self of yours. What do you like to do? Who you are? That kind of a ID. You can say that it's kind of a self worth. If you want to take with
Correlate. Okay.
uh, your desires, your your instinctively who you are, what is easy for you, that kind of a thing. Okay. Now the other word which they call is superego. It means I want to become something. I aspire to become greatest therapist. Okay, that is
Got
superego.
it. Got it.
In between, no, from here to there is your ego. Now that can be bloated ego, small ego, big ego. It can be anything. Okay. So I'll give an example, even better example. Your instinct is that you want to eat cake. Your superego says, don't eat sweets so much. That is not good for your health. The ego says, okay, eat one slice, thin slice, that's enough. You understood now? So it's like I want to be a help to people is my ID. I want to become the greatest therapist is my superego. Okay, we can't become the greatest therapist in this whole world. Let's become just at least a therapist. Is a bridge that can vary. One slice you eat, 10 slice you eat, it can vary. But that is not in the word of ego what we usually use, right? Deeper sense, it is the same, but all of these part of there. So it's a very loosely used word. Okay, so just don't go by the word so much. Leave that. Okay, we are done for today. Take care.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Thank you
Thank
so
much.
you.
Thank you,
much.
ma'am.
Yes,
Thank
it's
Bye
you.
very
bye
Thank
nice.
you.
bye
Bye bye.
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.